Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're exploring some really fascinating philosophies from Japan, powerful ideas, focused on living well and navigating life's challenges.
Absolutely. And our mission here is really to pull out the key insights from the material you shared, help you get a solid handle on these concepts pretty quickly, and maybe spark some thoughts on how they could resonate with you.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's unpack this stack. First up is this idea of finding your purpose, Ikigai.
Yeah.
It's often described as like your reason for being.
Right. The thing that gets you out of bed in the morning.
Exactly.
And what's really useful, I think, is how it breaks down this big idea. It's not just some vague notion. It's about finding where four things overlap.
Okay.
What you genuinely love doing, what you're actually good at, what the world needs, like really needs, and importantly, what you can be paid for.
Oh, right.
And it's in that sweet spot, that intersection, where you tend to find real clarity and direction.
That makes sense. It gives you a kind of framework. Okay, so moving from purpose to, well, dealing with difficulty. Life throws curveballs, right? There's a concept called Gaiman.
Damon, yeah. It often gets translated as something like patience or endurance with dignity.
Dignity under stress.
Exactly. It's about keeping your composure, holding on to your inner strength when things get tough, rather than just, falling apart. You acknowledge the hardship, definitely,
Yeah.
but you choose resilience within it.
And that connects so well to kintsugi, doesn't it? I just find the visual of that amazing.
The pottery.
Yeah, repairing broken pottery with gold lacquer. So instead of hiding the cracks, it actually makes them stand out, makes them beautiful.
It's such a powerful metaphor. It really tells us that being broken isn't like the end of the story.
Right.
The act of repairing itself adds value, adds beauty.
Right.
And if you apply that to us, to our lives, it suggests that going through tough times, the repairs we make, they make us unique, maybe even stronger, more beautiful, because we've, put ourselves back together.
It turns scars into something precious almost. And tying into that acceptance is another idea, ukeiramo.
Mm-hmm. I humbly accept with an open heart.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay.
And you can see how it links to Gammon and Kintsugi. It's about facing reality, really looking at it, the good and the bad, and accepting the circumstances life throws at you.
Without fighting it constantly.
Exactly. Because fighting what is, resisting reality often just drains your energy and stops you from actually dealing with it and moving on.
Yeah.
So acceptance here isn't passive. It's an active choice to work with what's real.
Okay, shifting gears a little bit towards personal well-being. There's hara hachibu.
Ah, yes, the Okinawan practice. Eating until you're about 80% full.
Simple idea, but
quite profound, yeah. On a practical level, the benefits are pretty clear, right? You avoid feeling stuffed and bloated, and naturally, you consume fewer calories over time.
right.
But philosophically, it's also a daily reminder about moderation, about being mindful in how we consume. It's a small act that supports long-term health and, balance.
Then there's Shinrin-yoku, forest bathing.
Which sounds lovely.
It does, and it's more than just a hike, isn't it? It's about deliberately slowing down in nature, really observing things, breathing deeply, just being there.
And the research backs it up. It seems to genuinely lower stress hormones, boost creativity, and improve overall well-being. It just highlights how restorative it can be to simply be present in a natural space.
Really disconnect and reconnect.
Precisely.
Okay, moving on to growth and perspective, especially how we see ourselves next to others. Ubatori. This feels so relevant, especially now in our 24/7 world.
It really does. The core idea is basically never compare yourself to someone else. Full stop.
Easier said than done sometimes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But the analogy they use is quite beautiful. Think of different flowers. A cherry blossom, a plum, a peach, an apricot.
Okay.
Each blooms in its own time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Each has its own unique beauty and its own journey. Ubatori is about recognizing your unique path, your inherent worth, without constantly measuring yourself against everyone else's highlight reel.
I like that. Embracing your own timeline. And the last one I'll touch on is Kaizen.
Continuous improvement.
Yeah, this one feels so practical. The focus on small, steady improvements, like aiming to get just 1% better each day.
It sounds almost too simple, maybe, but the power is huge. It's not about making massive disruptive changes overnight.
Which can be intimidating.
Exactly. It's about the cumulative effect of those consistent small steps. Tiny adjustments, day after day, they compound over time. It leads to significant progress without that feeling of being overwhelmed. Change for good, little by little.
So when you look at all these together, Ikigai, Gamen, Kintsugi, Kantamo, Harahachibu, Shinrin-yoku, Ubitori, Kaizen, it's quite a toolkit, isn't it?
It really is. They seem like simple ideas on the surface, but they offer quite profound ways to approach everything from purpose and resilience
Hmm.
to well-being and growth.
They're practical philosophies for, well, just navigating life.
And we hope this quick exploration through the material gave you a good initial grasp of these concepts, something valuable to think about.
So maybe just consider one of these philosophies we touched on today. Which one sort of jumps out at you, feels most relevant for your life right now?
And maybe ask yourself,
Yeah.
what's just one small thing, one tiny step you could take today or maybe this week inspired by that idea? Just something to mull over.